You're someone when you're a sufferer. Not only that, but you keep the illusion alive. If you identify yourself as a sufferer, you can also keep alive the illusion that something out there, whether you call it God or the new law that's going to be passed by them, that can rescue you, the sufferer. See, for suffering to cease, you must cease all rescue attempts. Because the rescue attempts keep alive the illusion of the sufferer.
I happened to come together with an old friend where we used to complain to each other about life, how bad we had it. And it was amazing after a long time how this compulsion of doing things again was there. And we started to complain to each other. It was just an automatic try. It was out of the world, but I couldn't stop it. Like when I didn't watch it,
Alright, there's so many things exactly that. One, did you sort of half want to please her by joining her in a friend, you know? Half please her because you said she wanted to complain and talk about it.
And it was the only communication we ever had, other than we had nothing to talk about.
What did you learn from the experience?
I learned from the experience that this compulsion is called for by memory, and this is the only response I made. And I cut it off, or I could just let it go into a short
Were you aware that you were talking with a completely lost human being? Or if you think of it now, are you aware of that or not? Alright, that's fair enough. All your friends are lost. How many don't understand what that means? Let's see, is there anyone who does not understand what I said in front of the fact? And who does not understand that? Okay, well, what's now? You don't understand it? Who will explain it? Go ahead,
I can't understand it because I still get involved with my friends. Saying, let me still be trading. If I understood, I wouldn't be trading.
Do you understand? We're not talking about everyday level things. They're not lost in their profession. They get better at it. You understand what I'm talking about spiritually? All right, somebody explain it. We'll get a good volunteer. What does that mean when it says that your friends are lost?
There's space. And they don't know there's space that they probably didn't know existed in this past season. They were in the future.
Now, let me tell you something. You don't understand that because you don't know that you're lost yet. You understand, you don't comprehend it fully yet. You're beginning by coming here in the beginning. But you really don't understand that you're lost. Or you can't see it. So you're going to have to dig 1,000 times deeper. How many of you are not as nice outward because you like people to think by your actions? You know how pleasant you've been, you've been when you meet that pretty girl, how suddenly you go into the act, huh? Don't you go into the act? What a big phony you are. You women, you want something from that man? Oh, how pretty you dress up that day.
Amazing. Watching this program last night, interviewing famous lovers, and how he was fighting himself. Pretty nice person, and it's like, it was the day suffer, and you don't see it. The time that we get, the time here when we got up into the class, and you're kind of describing yourself. You don't see beyond this surface, but you begin to make you project.
At the end of this, for some of you here for the first time, this spiritual state, this hypnosis of life that human beings are in, are so deep that few human beings ever escape it. This is not said to scare you with your dramatic, I'm just stating it as a fact. I know that. I know that my own relatives, all my relatives, are going to die. My relatives are going to die or have died. Sleeping human beings. I know there's two. Very, very few human beings ever escape. We are here because something happened to us 30 years ago or 5 years ago that gave us such a jolt. It forced us to start looking at what we don't want to look at, which is our lost state. That's the only difference. We're beginning to suspect that we've lived a lie. We're beginning to suspect that we're lost. We don't know, you're not even sure what it means yet. And you can't really know what it means to be lost if you begin to serve yourself. Because then you have the comparison of it, you see. If all a man knows is the desert, that's all he knows is the desert. He climbs up on the mountain, now he knows about the mountain and the desert, so he's up on the mountain, the desert can't affect him anymore. He can look back and see where he used to be. Or I know now, some of you can raise your hand, you can if you want. I know that some of you here, at least in a small way, can look back and see that you're at least 1 foot above the desert floor. That's all. 1 foot. Isn't that marvelous? You can go 1 foot above the desert floor up the mountain. You can go 2 feet, 10 feet, 50 feet. This is what we're doing tonight, climbing just that much tonight.
Showed us severely recently or in the past, and that's why we're here tonight. But that's why we're here. And a very strong association talk right up in here. I have very, very strong memories of being here, real child. Yeah, I have like the rest of the
All of us can go back and see joys and fears and terrors we've had since we were kids. We're just tired of them, that's all. We're a tired group of people. We're tired people turning in a definite direction. We used to just sit down and be tired and wonder where help was coming from. We didn't know. But now we're making initiative of ourselves toward the truth, toward the light. And if you hate the truth, if you have no decency in you, then the continued studies of these principles will have no appeal for you. If you're a devil, there's no interest in continuing these studies. In fact, I would say that with malice or accusation or anything at all. In the first place, the devil doesn't scare me at all. I know that you'll flee the devil from me. I know that you'll go away. I know that you'll be forced to go away. And I make it necessary as soon as possible that you can make a decision in this class to either leave or start to grow.
I was thinking about the first time I came away and realized my mind was flat. Before we ever come and meet with these truths, we all were mind and the dreaming that the mind is flat.
That's very good. We're listening to our own lives, and we're suspecting that they're lies because, for example, the desires, and that's what I'm talking about, the desires are so strong and so persuasive. If you just get this, you will really be all right at last. Sometimes you get it. Will you all right at last? Why don't we begin to see through the lie? To further that, some things are legitimate to acquire their legitimate desires. They're false desires. And yet each one of you is not enough to blanket the Satan, but has to individually find what is legitimate for you and what is illegitimate for you, because you're all different. Yes, that was hinted upon in the talk, saying that we have some good friends inside of us, we have bad friends inside of us. being lost is that we're one whole, complete person. You ever noticing how we say one thing 1 minute and then say the opposite the next?
For the next battle.
How frequently we change our mind in petty little details. And by the way, if you want to contest this to the sickness of a human being, including ourselves, see how you can't go down in a small matter, take a small matter, how you can't go straight forward in a small matter and get it done, but you're frequently shifting, changing your mind, doubting, should I do it this way or should I do it that way? You're not that bad, are you, Connie? Oh, you look dismayed. Mind changers. Don't ever get involved personally with mind changers. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody is mind changer for that matter. And with great feeling, changing their mind with great feeling. Oh, let's do this. Oh no, let's don't. That's the indication of many different eyes inside of you, which is great torment. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. Because there's 50 people in you telling you within the space of 60 people in you telling you within the space of 1 hour what you want. You want it 60 things in that 1 hour. You see, now we're beginning to see a little more clearly what self-torment is. Write it down. After the sentence, and you'll have it once and for all. Self-torment is self-division. Self-torment is self-division. What can be simpler or clearer than that? This is why we're seeking to get rid of all these imps, these little wolves inside of us, and to become whole. So that all our parts, our thoughts, and feelings, and even the physical body operate alternately but in harmony. Alternately but in harmony. Sometimes very close together so that you can't tell the difference. You can walk and think, for example, walk and think and feel. But there's also alternation in the major force. Sometimes you're in your feelings, sometimes you're in the physical center when you're running, sometimes you're thinking about something.
An analogy or a statement that strikes each person personally. That's why it's necessary to keep coming back.
Very good catch. And then we'll handle this. This is all of us. New or old people. You're not aware that you do have a wall up in front of you, a thick, hard cement wall, tall wall. You're not aware that you have this wall in front of you the truth. Because you're afraid that these truths, ideas, truthful ideas, right principles, you're afraid that if they penetrate you, they will put an end to your life as you now live it. Put an end to your happiness. Put an end to your security. Put an end to your intelligence. Now, it's not related to stupidity of that kind of thinking. If truth comes in, I mean, you feel crazy even. You're crazy already, aren't you? Have the courage to little by little knock the wall down. You can't do it all at once. The impression will be too much for you. But little by little, the truth will begin to penetrate. You begin to see that it's your friend, the only friend you've ever had. A person may have a problem perhaps with a relative, someone you live with, or your problem may be down at work, a financial problem, perhaps a problem of human relations down there at the office or factory where you're not getting along as well with someone as you'd like. We have endless, varied problems, hundreds of them. As you listen to these talks and begin to absorb them, you will begin to understand that in reality, in fact, There are not 100 problems or 1,000 ones as you may now suppose, but there's really just one problem in the whole business of things. And that one problem gives birth to these hundreds of difficulties, worries, concerns that we have. This is really good news because if we can solve this one fundamental problem, basic difficulty, then all the rest will fall away altogether, just like 1,000 leaves fall off a tree when it's shaking. This one problem that we have is simply, I can't state it simply enough, it is simply a misunderstanding of what life is all about, and therefore what you are all about. Maybe it might occur to you early as you begin to study these higher truths. It may occur to you that maybe you've simply been looking at life from the wrong viewpoint. Maybe it is an entirely different experience than you believed up to this point. And if you begin to suspect that perhaps it's your viewpoint that's wrong, you will begin to work on yourself in order to let this viewpoint, the present one, the conditioned one, the acquired one, let it fall away in favor of the higher viewpoint. And in this higher viewpoint, higher attitude, there can be no problems at all because you're no longer creating one. So remember, if you have 1,000 problems, 10,000 problems, that is not the basic problem. The problem is that you're not seeing them correctly, not seeing how they have false power over you, for example. Not seeing that there are things you can do starting right now to dissolve all these problems which have been created by a lack of understanding of yourself and of life. Do you see how all this is good news for you? Even to see that you have endless problems, even to become aware of them is good news. Because you're no longer hiding from them, no longer pretending that all is well, but you're facing them. That's good news because that's the first step in getting rid of them. As a matter of fact, everything you hear in these talks, everything is good news. It may not appear so at the start, and perhaps you better discuss that a little bit. As you hear these ideas, as you're giving these certain principles and projects, at the start they may seem as if they're going against you, as if they're trying to take something away from you. They're not trying to take anything away except your unhappiness, except your confusion, except your worry. But it doesn't seem like that at the start because we're still looking at it from the wrong viewpoint, from the lower viewpoint of our conditioned self, of our old nature. This means that when you hear something that goes contrary to what you presently believe, that you should study it carefully until a point comes where you see that it is good news for your real nature, but happily bad news for your old nature. Anything that's bad news for your old nature is good news for your whole life. Because it means you're getting rid of all your troubles, all the things that have been nagging you constantly throughout the years. So be very, very patient with yourself as you study these ideas. Don't reject them. Don't push them away simply because they don't conform to what you already believe. But just look at them very calmly as if they're a friend. Because they are your friend. Every single one of them. As you do this, as you patiently become receptive to something higher than what you presently are, you begin to feel in a very small way at the start, you begin to feel something happening inside that you've never felt before. Now I'll tell you right now that that's the beginning of a miraculous change inside of yourself. It starts very, very faintly at the start. You're not quite sure what's going on, but you do know that you've heard a new voice, something that has never spoken to you before. This is the voice of truth, that at last, because of your receptivity, has been able to reach you and to instruct you in a much higher way. Stick with this. Let the miracle proceed at its own pace, at its own time. And what the miracle consists of, essentially, is a completely new life for you right here on earth. You'll have heaven on earth because you'll have the kingdom of heaven within you. This is what you'll live from now on. And you won't be bothered by anything. You'll have conquered the world. You'll have conquered it in an entirely new way that man wants to conquer the world. He wants to do it with guns or with financial power or with authority in human events. You'll conquer the world by conquering yourself. By conquering yourself.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Let's go. Round one. Fight.
Get ready for the next battle. Get ready for the next battle.
I hate rich people! Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Round three. Fight! You win.
話にならんな。
Huh.